The universe is a vast, mysterious place that humans have long struggled to understand. Our existence on this tiny blue dot called Earth has always been a source of wonder and curiosity. But what if, despite all our advancements and achievements, being human is actually a curse rather than a blessing? Welcome back, everyone. Here today we're going to tackle a big question. One that might make you question everything. What if being born is actually the worst thing that could ever happen to us? Now, I know it sounds kinda dark, but stick with me. We'll explore the reasons why some believe our existence might be a cosmic joke, a glitch in the Matrix, or maybe even a punishment. Get ready to dive into the depths of existential dread, cosmic indifference, and the messed up realities of human life. So grab a cup of tea or maybe scotch, ready for a ride through the darkest corners of existence. What if the universe made a mistake by bringing humanity into existence at all? This idea isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. Some argue that our very existence is a tragic accident, an unintended consequence of a blind, uncaring universe. If the laws of nature had played out just a bit differently, we might not be here at all. And maybe that's for the best. The late Carl Sagan once said, "We are a way of the universe becoming aware of itself." But what if the universe didn't intend to become aware? What if our consciousness is nothing but a cosmic glitch, a temporary anomaly in the grand scheme of things? The universe is indifferent to our suffering. Our joys and sorrows mean nothing in the vast cosmic expanse. We are just specks of dust on a tiny rock hurtling through space. Our lives are a brief flicker in the darkness, a momentary spark in an otherwise indifferent cosmos. Think about the sheer improbability of it all. The Big Bang, the formation of elements, the emergence of stars and galaxies, the evolution of life on Earth, and finally, the unlikely emergence of humans. We survived countless cosmic events that could have wiped out our species long before we even existed. And now we find ourselves questioning our purpose and meaning in a universe that seems intent on keeping us in the dark. But what if there's more to our existence than just random chance? What if there's a darker, more sinister reason behind why we were brought into this world? According to some, we exist because the universe decided to play a cruel joke on us. It gave us the ability to think, to feel, to dream, only to turn around and deliver nothing but pain and suffering. We are cursed to experience life with all its ups and downs, all its triumphs and tragedies. We are born into a world that's full of pain and strife, where happiness is fleeting and sorrow lingers. Life is a gamble, a cosmic lottery, where most of us end up holding the losing ticket. Some believe that the universe simply made a mistake when it decided to bring humanity into existence. We are nothing more than an error in the grand design, a glitch in the cosmic code. The universe meant to create something else entirely, but somehow we ended up here, struggling to understand our place in a world that makes no sense. We are born into a world that's full of pain and strife, where happiness is fleeting and sorrow lingers. Life is a gamble, a cosmic lottery where most of us end up holding the losing ticket. What if the universe had other plans for us, plans that involved nothing but endless torment and despair? Some believe that we are destined to suffer, that our existence is nothing more than a cosmic punishment. We are trapped in a cycle of pain and suffering, doomed to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. We are born into a world that's full of pain and strife, where happiness is fleeting and sorrow lingers. Life is a gamble, a cosmic lottery where most of us end up holding the losing ticket. In the end, we are left to wonder why we were brought into this world at all. Were we just an accident, a mistake, or are we here for some unknown, perhaps terrible reason? The truth is, we may never know the answer, but that doesn't stop us from wondering, why does life have to be this way? Why can't we just be happy all the time? And why do we have to die? These are the questions that have plagued humanity for centuries. Questions that may never have a definitive answer, but ones that we continue to ask because deep down we all want to believe that there is more to our existence than just pain and suffering. Let's take a closer look at what it really means to be born into this world. What does it mean to be human? And what are the hardships and struggles that come with it? To be human is to be flawed. We are born into a world that's full of pain and strife, where happiness is fleeting and sorrow lingers. We are cursed to experience life with all its ups and downs, all its triumphs and tragedies. Life is a gamble, a cosmic lottery where most of us end up holding the losing ticket. We are born into a world that's full of pain and strife, where happiness is fleeting and sorrow lingers. Life is a gamble, a cosmic lottery where most of us end up holding the losing ticket. To be human is to be limited. We are confined to our own bodies, unable to truly understand what exists beyond our own experiences and perceptions. We are born into a world that's full of pain and strife, where happiness is fleeting and sorrow lingers. Life is a gamble, a cosmic lottery where most of us end up holding the losing ticket. To be human is to be afraid. We fear death and the unknown, and we spend our entire lives trying to avoid it. We are born into a world that's full of pain and strife, where happiness is fleeting and sorrow lingers. Life is a gamble, a cosmic lottery where most of us end up holding the losing ticket. If you've ever felt like your life is a never-ending series of bad decisions and unfortunate events, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes it can feel like the universe is against you, throwing one curveball after another, just waiting for you to stumble and fall. But what if these stumbles and falls are actually the universe's way of telling us something? What if our existence is a mistake? Being born during the Dark Ages was a true curse for humanity. Back then, life was a constant struggle for survival. Disease and famine were commonplace, and medical care was practically non-existent. If you managed to survive childhood, you might find yourself living under the oppressive rule of a monarchy, where your rights and freedoms were severely limited. The concept of human rights was virtually non-existent, and people were often subjected to cruel and unusual punishments for the smallest of crimes. Religion played a dominant role in shaping people's lives, and those who questioned religious teachings or authority were often persecuted and even put to death. Science and critical thinking were also discouraged during this time, leading to widespread ignorance and superstition. People were born into a rigid social hierarchy with little to no opportunity for social mobility. The gap between the rich and the poor was vast, and poverty was widespread. The Industrial Revolution brought with it new challenges such as overcrowding, unsanitary living conditions, and child labor. People were trapped in a cycle of poverty and had little control over their own lives. On top of all this, life expectancy was extremely low, and death was always lurking around the corner. The odds of being born into this era were truly terrible. To be born during this period meant facing unimaginable hardship and suffering. It was a time when life was cheap and death was a constant companion. You were likely to face extreme poverty, disease, famine, and the threat of war and violence. Your chances of survival were slim, and if you did manage to survive, your life would be filled with pain and misery. You would be subject to the whims of a ruthless monarchy, living in fear of persecution or imprisonment. So what if you were born during the Dark Ages? Would you have seen it as a curse or a gift? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Now let us embark on a journey through time and explore some of the worst eras to experience life as a human. From plagues and famines to wars and natural disasters, we'll examine the hardships and adversities faced by our ancestors, and gain a deeper appreciation for the challenges they overcame. You'll learn how these events shaped human history and left an indelible mark on our collective past. Join us as we uncover the darkest chapters of our shared history and pay tribute to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. And now it's time to hear from you. Which era would you have hated to be alive during, and why? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to stay tuned for more thought-provoking videos like this one. Thanks for joining us on this journey through time.